So hello and good morning to everyone. So our today's lead code question is 2492, that is minimum score of a path between two cities. So basically in this question we are given an integer n which represent the n cities, and those cities are numbered from 1 to n, and with that we are also given a 2D array roads which indicates that there is a bi-directional road between city A and B. So roads of I has three things: A, B and distance. So that means there is a road between the city A and B, and with the and the length of the road is equal to the distance, right? So, and it is given that this point the city graph is not necessarily connected. That means it is not possible that we can reach from any city to any other city. So the graph can be like this: suppose this is one graph and this is one another graph, like three cities are here, four cities are here. So we can't go from this city to this city as there is no road between those cities, right? And the score of a path between two cities is the minimum distance of a road in that path. Minimum distance of a road in that path. So suppose if we go from this city to this city via, let's say, this path, and the edge weights are 2 and 3, so the score of this path is basically the minimum of 2 and 3, minimum of 2 comma 3, that is 2. So the score of a path is the smallest edge weight present in that path, right? So what we need to do is we need to return the minimum possible score of a path between city 1 and n. So we have to find a path, we have to find path between the city 1 and n, and then we have to take the smallest edge of that path, and that will be our answer. Now here some note is given that a path is a sequence of road between two cities. So path is basically consist of multiple roads between two cities. And the second point is that it is allowed for a path to contain the same road multiple times, right? That is, suppose if I have to go from here to here, then I can go like this. First, from here I'll go to this point, then I'll go back to this point. So this same edge can be traversed multiple times, right? And we can visit city 1 and n multiple times along that path, right? So this point will create a difference in the solution of the problem, right? Because we can visit a same edge or same road multiple times. And it is also the last point is that the test cases are generated such that there is at least one path between 1 and n. So here, so 1 and n will, at least one path will be there between them. That means they'll always be present in one connected component. So these two points have changed the whole solution. Like they have told us that we can traverse any a road multiple times, we can visit a city multiple times, and also the city 1 and n are always be, there will always be one path between them. That means they will always be present in one connected component or one component, right? So let's see the examples. So here this is the city map. This is a city map, and we have to go from city 1 to city 4, right? So let's see, this is one path that we directly go to 1 to 4. So the path score here is path score, which is the smallest edge, of the path. That is here only one edge, so path score of this path is 7. Now if we go via this path 9 and then to 4, like first we go to 2 and then go to 4. So here the path score is minimum of 5,9, that is 5. So which one is minimum out of these two, 7 and 5? So 5 is a minimum, so that is our answer. So suppose if instead of this 6, let's say this value is 2, this value is, let's say, 2, then how will go how our path will be there. Then we can go from 1 to 2, then we go from 2 to 3, then we come from 3 to 2, and then we can go from 2 to 4. So our path is 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to back to 2, and then 2 to 4. So what is the smallest edge over here? Then in that case the smallest edge is 2. So in that case 2 will be our answer. And as you have seen, we have went through this road two times, right? So this is the problem statement. So let's see another example, right? So here we have to go from 1 to 4. So if we go directly here 1 to 4, then our answer is 4. But we see we have a edge here 2 which is smaller than 4. So if we go from 1 to 2, then from 2 we go back to 1, and then 1 to 3, and then 3 to 4. So in this path what is the smallest edge? The smallest edge is 2, right? So 2 is our answer. So let's see the constraints. So n, which is the total number of cities. So we can have 10 ki power 5 cities in our 10 ki power 5 cities in our question. And the road dot length tells us the total number of edges or total number of roads. So the total number of roads can also be up to 10 ki power 5. And in the roads we have, as we know, a, b, and we have distance of the road, and the a and b can be up to n, and they will not be equal. That means any city cannot have a road to itself, right? And the distance value can be up to 10 ki power 4. Now, and also there are no repeated edges, means all the edges are unique. And this point, at least one path between 1 and n is, like, this is a important point. It tells that the city 1 and city n will always lie in one component, so what will be our approach? So first, when we see the problem, it basically looks like a shortest path problem, right? Because we have to travel from the city 1 to n. But when we read the definition of path score, then path score is basically the minimum edge present in the path, right? So now our objective is not to minimize the total distance. Instead, our objective is to find the smallest edge on the path, right? And when we read this point, that a path is allowed to visit the same city or even the same road multiple times, right? When we read this path, the problem has been changed completely, right? because because the it may be possible that the smallest edge may not lie on the direct path in between the city 1 and n, that is 1 and 4 in this example, right? But as we know, we can revisit a city or a road multiple times. Then we can go to that city, come back, and then we go to our path. In that case our answer changed completely, right? So so as we know, the revisiting cities or revisiting roads are allowed. That means every edge in the connected component, this thing will let us to include every edge in the connected component in the path, right? So this point has changed the whole solution, because now we can include any edge into our solution from the path 1 to n, because we can revisit any road multiple times. So that's why the minimum possible score is basically the smallest edge that is present in the connected component connecting the cities 1 and n, right? So what we do is we directly we directly find, we try to find the smallest edge in the connected component of the cities 1 and n. And as we know, it is given in the question that there is at least one path between the cities 1 and n. That means they will always be present in one component. Now the question is how we find the smallest edge, right? So it is given that the city 1 and the city n are connected. That means they will be present in one component. So what we'll do is we'll take the component in which the city 1 is present, and then we apply BFS on that. And when while traversing the cities, what we'll do is we'll visit every city that we can reach, and then we'll take every road distance, and then we take the minimum among all the road distance. So the minimum one will be our answer, or the smallest edge that we find during the traversal is our required answer. So if we'll see the whole algorithm, so the first of all we'll build the adjacency list of the graph, then we start BFS from city number 1, and then we maintain a visited array which will help us to avoid pre-processing or processing of a city multiple times, right? And whenever we see a road, whenever we see a new road, or whenever we see a road, we update our answer as minimum of answer comma the edge weight of the road or the road distance, right? And we'll continue until we do not process all the cities, and at the end we will find the minimum edge, and that is our answer, that is our answer. So let's try to understand the whole process with the help of an example, right? So we have taken this as the example. So here we can see we have one component over here and one component over here. So we have two components, and we have to go from city 1 to city 7. So we can see the city 1 and city 7 both lies in this component. So we don't have to do anything with this component. So now what we'll do is we have to start BFS from node number 1, right? So we'll push this node number 1 into the queue. So initially we push the node number 1 into the queue and mark this node as visited node, and initially our answer is infinity, right? And then what we'll do is then we'll start processing, we'll start the BFS. So we pop out the node number 1, then we check its neighbors. So its neighbors are node number 2 and node number 7. So this is having edge weight 9, this is having edge weight 9. So we take answer of minimum of infinite comma 9. So our answer will become 9. Then we take this neighbor, then our answer will become minimum of 9 comma 8, that is 8. And then we push these two nodes, node number 2 and node number 7, into the queue and mark them as visited, so we have pushed both the nodes into the queue and mark them as the visited nodes. And now after this our answer will become 8. Now from the queue we will pop out the neighbor 2. Now pop out 2, and the neighbors of 2 are 1 with edge weight 9 and 3 with edge weight 6. Now again we find minimum of 8 comma 9, so it will be 8. And now 1 is already marked as visited, so you don't push it into the queue. Then we take minimum of 8 comma 6, so which is 6. Now 3 is not visited, so we push 3 into the queue. And so now in queue we have node 7 and node 3, and now our answer has become 6, and we have marked visited all the 4 nodes of the component. Then we pop out 7, and the neighbors of 7 are 1 and 3. So 1 is having edge weight 8 and 3 is having edge weight 5. So we again take minimum of answer is 6, current answer is 6, and edge weight is 8. So minimum of 6 and 8 is 6. Then we take minimum of 6 and 5. So our answer will become 5. And now in the queue we have only 3. These two nodes 1 and 3 are already marked as visited, means they are already processed, so we do not push them into the queue. And now our answer has become 5, and all the 4 nodes are visited. Then we pop out 3, check its neighbors, and nothing will change. So now our queue has become empty, so we'll stop stop the BFS over here, and we get the answer as 5, which is basically the smallest edge in the component, which is basically the smallest edge present in the component out of 5, 6, 8 and 9. So our answer is 5. So we get our answer. So let's move to the code part. So in the code part, we have first taken the adjacency matrix, and then we have built our graph. We have built our graph, and then once after building the graph, we have to apply BFS from the city 1. So we have pushed the city 1 into the queue and mark it as visited, and initially our answer is infinite, and then until our queue do not become empty, we'll take the front node from the queue, and then check the check the neighbors and the edge weight, or we can say distance of the neighbors of the front node, and then we take the minimum of current answer and the edge weight. And if the neighboring node is not visited, then we mark it as visited and push that into the queue, right? And once we process all the nodes, then we get the minimum edge weight, and that is our answer. So we return that answer. So I hope I'm able to explain you the solution properly. So if you like the video, please make sure to like, share and subscribe the channel. Thank you.